Welcome back to the Band Guide. I'm your band guy, Colin, and this is another 5-minute GarageBand expert where I'm bringing you 30 tips and tricks from mixing and recording in GarageBand in 30 days. We're near the end of this series, and as we finish out this series, I want to start talking to you about finishing your songs, how to finish your songs. And a big part of finishing your mix is taking it to listen to it on other systems and against other songs, referencing it against other songs to decide any final tweaks you might want to make to your mix. But part of the difficulty in that is that if you're going to export your song as it currently sounds in your session, it can be loud in your session, but you put it on another system and it sounds really, really quiet. And that's because it's not mastered yet. When we master a track, we do all sorts of things to subtly contain the dynamics and bring the overall volume up. But we haven't done that yet. So it's still going to be a lot quieter, but there's ways to bring up the volume so it's at least a fair amount closer while still sounding natural. So let's look at how to do this first thing. So we're going to start by assessing what volume our song currently is in this mixing stage. So we're going to put on the MV Meter 2 plugin. This is a free plugin. You can download it from the link below. And we're going to just put it on RMS standard. RMS means root mean squared, and it just means the average volume over a short period of time. Now, a fully finished master track is typically going to be between -9 and -7 decibels. So let's listen to where our song is currently sitting on that scale. So we're around -18, so we probably have about 9 or 10 decibels that we could bring this song up in volume. Now, I'm not sure we're going to be able to bring up this song in volume 9 or 10 decibels, but we can definitely bring it up closer to other songs and make sure that they're closer in volume when we start referencing. The way we're going to do that is with limiting. A limiter is setting a brick wall limit, so this output level is just saying that nothing will exceed -0.5 decibels. So I'd recommend setting that to -0.5 decibels. Any volume that hits that is just going to be told that it can't go past that. So your limiter is going to help control it and not allow any sort of peaking. If we were to turn this gain up 10 decibels, let's listen to what that sounds like. Higher, higher, oh, I'll take you higher, higher, oh my love. So we're still not quite at that -9 range yet, but it sounds really flat. It sounds really squashed, right? So this is why you can't just throw a limiter on and bring the volume up and be hitting exactly what you need to be hitting in terms of volume. So our mix is likely going to be quieter than a final mix, but we can get it a lot closer. So we're going to do that by just turning this limiter on. We have the output level set. We're going to bring this back down to 0. And we're just going to turn it up until we start to hear it affecting the audio, start hearing like the snare hits disappear, feel really, really squashed and have no dynamic range. And then we're just going to scale it back just a little bit. We don't want any sort of impact. We want this to still sound natural and sound like our mix. So let's do that and just listen for when it's loud but still sounds natural. So we've now turned our song up 6 decibels. Let's see where it's sitting on our RMS meter. Higher, higher, oh, I'll take you higher. So we've turned it up 5 decibels. It's going to be 5 decibels louder. It's going to be really close now to another song when we start referencing it. There's going to be a little bit of volume difference, but we're going to be much, much closer and just have to adjust the volume a little bit as opposed to drastic volume differences between our songs. So this is a really important step before you're referencing your track. Now, you likely want to turn that off before you send it on to be mastered or before you move it over to your session to do the final master. But this at least gives you a good way to get it closer to that volume of a final mix when you're referencing and finishing finishing out your mix. Now, if you don't already have it, be sure to grab my 6-step checklist to a pro mix in GarageBand. It just walks through 6 steps to get a professional sounding mix. We actually mix this song exactly through that 6-step process on this channel right in front of you. Be sure to grab that below. It's completely free and it will really help you get a professional sounding mix in GarageBand. If this video was helpful for you, be sure to subscribe and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.
One thing at a time.